These are the voyages of the Motorhome Tex. Its continuing retirement mission: to seek out new and exciting adventures, to explore interesting areas and events, to boldly go to places we've never been before, maybe even California.
Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try a little something different today. I guess some of you might have noticed the new intro. I'm going to try that out and see how that works. Also got some computerized friends that's going to help me narrate this video. So today I'm going to talk about some things that, if you're planning on coming to the state of Virginia, things you need to be aware of. Now, don't get me wrong, Virginia is a very beautiful place to be, very beautiful state, a lot of luscious green foliage and lots of animals, and just a beautiful place. So don't let this video scare you, but just want to make you aware that there are some things that you need to consider when coming to Virginia, especially to be camping and hiking. So hopefully you enjoy the video, and if you do, please be sure to like and subscribe. I know a lot of times I send these videos out on Facebook just to let my friends know that I have created a new video, and I appreciate all of you that click on the like button on Facebook, but it would certainly be nice if you would go over and click on the like button on YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube, and in that way you won't miss them and you won't have to depend on me to send it to you on Facebook. So hopefully you like what you see, and I'll get back with you shortly.
Virginia is home to 3 venomous snakes, all characterized as pit vipers due to the small pits between their eyes that serve as heat sensors. Over the past 30 years, there have been less than 15 fatalities from snake bites in the state. Most snake bites in the state come from copperheads. Copperhead is the most common venomous snake in Virginia. It lives in forested areas and tall grasses. It is tan in color with dark brown splotches and a copper-colored head. Adults are usually 2 to 3 feet long. Although most Virginia snakes will seek to avoid contact with humans, the copperhead is a bit of an ass, and will assault you with little or no provocation. Avoid this one at all costs. Timber rattlesnake, endangered species in the state, lives in the mountains and a small corner of southeastern Virginia, gray with black bands or all black with light markings, 2 to 5 feet long. Although rare to see, you may come across one while hiking. Cottonmouth, water moccasin, lives in marshy wetlands, a black or dark brown snake with faint markings and a wide interior of its mouth. Adults are usually 2 to 4 feet long. You will likely encounter this guy while fishing, boating, swimming, or tubing in fresh or brackish water.
Brown recluse spiders are usually between 6 and 20 millimeters, 0.24 to 0.79 inches, but may grow larger. While typically light to medium brown, they range in color from whitish to dark brown or blackish gray. The cephalothorax and abdomen are not necessarily the same color. These spiders usually have markings on the dorsal side of their cephalothorax, with a black line coming from it that looks like a violin, with the neck of the violin pointing to the rear of the spider, resulting in the nicknames fiddleback spider, brown fiddler, or violin spider. The violin pattern is not a definitive identifier, as other spiders can have similar markings. Instead, while most spiders have 8 eyes, recluse spiders have 6 eyes arranged in pairs, dyads, with 1 median pair and 2 lateral pairs. Only a few other spiders have 3 pairs of eyes arranged in this way. Recluses have no obvious coloration patterns on the abdomen or legs, and the legs lack spines. The violin marking can vary in intensity depending on the age of the brown recluse spider, with mature spiders typically having dark violin shapes. The black widow spider is a scary creature with a venomous bite that is 15 times stronger than the bite of a rattlesnake. Fortunately, these scary spiders don't attack humans unless they are disturbed. In fact, they are quite shy, preferring to hide near the ground in dry and dark places like barns, garages, old tree stumps, and below trash or brush.
Black bears. Black bears are dangerous animals. They can be 400 pounds and have razor-sharp claws and teeth. Black bears are not as aggressive as grizzly bears, but they can be dangerous. While there are not any grizzly bears in Virginia, there are several large populations of black bears. There are 18 to 20,000 black bears throughout the state except for the northeast corner by the Chesapeake Bay. Despite the high number of bears, there has never been a fatal bear attack in Virginia. Bears can be dangerous to pets, especially dogs that may alarm a bear or approach one. 2 dogs in Harrisburg, Virginia were attacked by a bear in 2 separate incidents back in September 2020. Authorities remind people to not leave out pet food and to have garbage in sealed containers to keep bears away.
Poison ivy can grow as a vine or shrub, with leaves in clusters of 3. The leaflets are glossy, pointed, and the middle leaflet has a longer stalk. It often has a red stem and the plant may produce white berries. Contact with poison ivy can cause an itchy, blistering rash that can spread if the oils are transferred to other parts of the body. According to Sherrill Dermatology, the rash often does not start until 12 to 72 hours after you come into contact with the oil. The rash is not contagious and does not spread. It might seem to spread, but this is a delayed reaction, the Dermatology Center said. Most people see the rash go away in a few weeks.
Poison oak. The plant looks like a leafy shrub and can grow up to 6 feet tall. In shady areas, it can grow like a climbing vine. It's not contagious and you won't spread the rash by touching other people or parts of your body. Poison oak rash is an allergic reaction to the leaves or stems of the western poison oak plant, Toxicodendron diversilobum. The leaves typically come in groups of 3, though you might find them in groups of 5 or 7 as well. The plant may have yellow or green flowers or yellow-green berries, depending on the time of year.
The last in the trio of poisonous plants doesn't look like either of the first 2. Poison sumac can grow into a large shrub or small tree that can get as tall as 8 or 10 feet and produces numerous leaflets, with each leaf having as many as 10 or more leaflets. It has the furthest westward range of the 3 and can grow as far west as Texas. Manion recalled a clue he has always considered as a surefire way to help him identify poison sumac. A friend of mine told me that if where you are standing is not wet, you are not seeing poison sumac. You are never going to see poison sumac where it is dry. It grows on the edges of bogs, seeps, or swamps. In addition, the central stem of poison sumac that holds all of the leaflets is frequently reddish. This is one to definitely avoid, Manion advised. I have read that of the 3, poison sumac causes the worst reaction. Luckily, he added, like poison oak, it is not a commonly found plant, and people aren't likely to come across it unless, like him, they spend a lot of time in the field. Poison ivy, he added ruefully, is everywhere. There are few places you don't see poison ivy.
Okay, so there's a lot to be learned in that video. There were some things in there that I didn't cover. For instance, if you're coming to Virginia to go to Virginia Beach or somewhere on the ocean, I didn't get into the things to beware of in the ocean because there's just too many of them. So if you're coming and with plans of going to the beach or going to the ocean, you need to just be aware that although when you go into the ocean, you do not lose your status as an apex predator, there are a lot of things that live in the ocean that doesn't really understand your apex predator status, but they do understand their hunger status. So caution is always best. Remember, campers, when camping, take only photos, leave only footprints. We'll see you next time.